happy to be with you. It's been very, not shocking, but I would say mostly inspiring to me to be hearing the story of my good friend Neja Zupan, who is in Slovenia. And I'm happy to introduce you to her, and we're going to have a chat around cancer. Guys, cancer is, as we know, taking a lot of lives, and it comes and speaks to our body. We did a section on disease just a few days ago. I just want to remind everybody that disease is not the end of something, it's the beginning of something. A disease is our body speaking to us, right? So there is an art into going within and listen and see what's going on. Now, typically, when we talk about cancer, there is a good play on words in French, is we say, quand ça serre, cancer, yeah, when everything is being squished and pushed and stressed and tensed inside. So everything is tensed. That's the serre, serré. Quand ça serre, cancer. So when it's really squished, it creates the cancer. Meaning as well, it's probably something that we've been ignoring for a while, and it's going and, it's growing inside of us, and we don't want to listen, we don't pay attention. So, the signal, it's like a little alarm clock. If you don't hear it the first time, maybe the second time it's a little bit louder, and the third time it's a little bit louder, and the fourth time it's louder. Well, it could be also the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 cancer. It is what it is in our body. If we ignore it, it will manifest in different ways. So I want to invite you to open your heart. Possibly you've been just diagnosed, maybe you've been dealing with cancer for a while. And I want to invite Neja Zupan. She's a natural healing specialist, and she has a PhD in anthropology. So she's a dictionary, an encyclopedia of wealth, of knowledge, of tools, of techniques. So Neja, good morning, and thank you for being with us today.
Good morning to you, Stephanie, yes, and all who are listening to us.
Yes, Neja, it's quite the journey you've had, but what has really triggered me with your story is that 10 years ago, you were diagnosed with a stage 3 breast cancer, and then you chose to not go for chemio. So can you share with us what you did, how you greeted this news as well?
Thank you, Stephanie. Actually, for me, how I perceive cancer was a blessing. Blessing because it brought me a lot of new perspectives on life. Before I was diagnosed with cancer, I already lived good life. So that doesn't mean like just on material level, but mostly I was self-employed. I was already working as a natural healing specialist. I meditated, I did sports, I ate healthy food and everything, But cancer flew in our family. So all my female ancestors already passed away for cancer. I watched actually how they were dying. I watched my mother. It was 1.5 years of suffering. It was not just suffering for her, but also suffering for all involved in this process. Mm-hmm. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, and radiation were not an option for me. When I had a meeting with 3 oncologists, they explained to me what can happen, because it was quite a serious illness already. Thanks God, no metastasis yet, because I got information about the cancer in my meditations. So some voice came and said, nah, you have cancer. And I went to the doctor, and they just confirmed. But when we sat with those three doctors, they started to explain what can happen if I don't take chemotherapy. I was prescribed 10 cycles of chemotherapy, so 3 days, consecutive days, 10 times. And I was prescribed 35 radiations and 5 years of hormonal therapy. And they said, if I don't take this, my chances of survival is really, really little. But they were talking about 4%. But me, you know, having all this torture, suffer from all my ancestors who accepted all this allopathic pharmaceutical approach, I just said, no, I'm not going for this. This is my life. If I die, I die.
Wow.
So
Wow.
also.
So hold on just a second. I wanna make sure that we are all understanding what happened, because this is pretty interesting and moving. We actually just talked in the past session we did last week about disease, that the most important thing is to be paying attention to our body, listening to our body. And we can only do this when we shut up and we're in connection with our body. And nowadays it's very difficult to do this because we're always, you know, there's YouTube, there's this, there's that, this other social media, there's the friends, there's the music, there's everything. There's so much noise and we lose contact with our body. So the number one thing that I would say that is inspiring from your story is you got the message, the first message that you were ill, not because you were feeling a pain in your body, but you had that little voice in your meditation saying, hey, you have something here. So that's very revealing. And again, I guess it's one of the keys we can share with everybody. It starts there. Listen to our body and take the time to do so. Take the time to shut down everything and be in peace and in connection and wanting to ask, you know, how do I feel? How do I vibrate? How do I breathe, and where it's sitting, where I'm stressed, etc., etc. If I go back to what I was saying about cancer and the play on word with French, quand ça serre, when it's squished, when we breathe and we're sitting in meditation, we can actually feel where it's tensed. If it's in our stomach, in our shoulder, in a knee, or wherever, in our legs, and we can feel it. And those are the first indicators. So this is the very first key we want to share because of this is being the key for you. It has started with that message in meditation. Otherwise, you would not have gone to the doctor. So, and then you went to the doctor, you get diagnosed, you've been told if you don't do all of this chemio, blah, 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 etc., for years, you have 4% chances of surviving. And then you decided not to go with all of that. So my next question automatically will be, because it's been 10 years and you're super healthy and happy and helping so many other people to do the same through your work. So my question is, what did you do? What did you choose at that moment?
Yeah, it was really funny moment because most of people know lottery and play lottery, and at lottery you have 0.000, I don't know how many zeros, 1 chances to win the big prize. And I just said to those doctors, I said, you know, 4%. If this was on a lottery, I go and buy ticket immediately.
I love it.
But I immediately turned, you know, their mindset into thinking, but my dear ladies, I already invite you to celebrate my 100th birthday. I said, okay, ladies, you are invited. And whatever you do, it's your choice. So with this, we finished with discussion because I'm going I'm decided, my mission is actually to live happy, healthy life. And the crucial in with healing of the cancer was not that I want to be healed, that I want to be without cancer, but my goal was to be happy, playful, dancing and singing every single day. This was my goal every day. Yeah, this, and as a consequence of my goal, health came. So it's very important that we are very happy. And it was also all the doctors remember me exactly because we sang, and while I came for an appointment, we were telling different jokes, and laughing a lot, and it was really fun, even with such like heavy diagnosis.
Well,
so
it is so inspiring. So your cure, your therapy has been about majorly your mental state of mind. Like the positivity around it. First of all, how you said you greeted it well. Okay, well, it's a blessing. I have something to change. You also, because of your family dynamic, the past generations having died of cancer, all of the women in your genealogy, and you basically decided, stop, that's it, I'm stopping this pattern. So the power of our thoughts, the power of what we decide for ourselves is very, very important. And then, of course, we could go on and share many more things that you've done, particularly to journey with this cancer, and actually invite it in because it's there, say hello, greet it, but also kind of like walk him away from you, if I can say that, right? So through your dancing, etc. There's also other things that you've done, and I'd like for you to share one more. But before we go into this, I want to share for everybody who is joining us now, this is just a little appetizer of what we do on the platform of the Love Army. The Love Army is a sacred, secure platform where we go deep into anything that is not allowing us to be happy. It goes in many ways. It can be about disease, it can be about you're handling a divorce, your loss, the before, the during and after divorce is always a very stressful time. We were just saying stress is #1 creator of disease, guys. So the super stress is creating disease. So we just did also a session on divorce last week. So, we do these little clips, but ultimately it is on the platform of the Love Army that all of the support is there, guidance, support. You can talk to other people who are living the same things. They have questions, and it's very encouraging and motivating versus being alone somewhere and suffering and being lost. So I really encourage you guys to join the Love Army. And it's a very, very special army because we have a mission together as all of us soldiers of this army of love. Is we are not only joining forces, wisdom, knowledge, but we join finances as well. And with these finances, we help projects that are here that are fundamental for the well-being and the survival of humanity and the planet, such as water, such as food, what we eat and how much it's crap and becoming even more crap. And because we don't only just have injections imposed on us, but we have lots of shit, excuse my French, put in our food. So we do need to learn how to do things differently. So we're smarter than the plan. And the third thing that is very important as well is the radiation of the very strong 5G. Electrosmog is a very, very deep concern. So those are 3 major projects, but we have many others. If you have some that you want to bring to us, to the Love Army, we can see, and with those funds that we gather, all of us together on the platform, we are going to help those different projects that need financing. So join us. We will go into, again, each individual domain. If you need some help, if you have questions, or just connect with other people who live the same thing, it's so inspiring. And that is going around the world, guys, in many languages. So thanks again, Neja, to be with us. And please, just to finish, to wrap this up, can you share that one more thing? So we talked about the importance of your mental state, how to stay positive, decide something. I decide I am going to survive. I decide I'm going to be changing this pattern of having all the women in my family to die from cancer. And I decide to play, smile, dance, have fun, stay in this state of happiness and bliss of life. And what is that second thing that you would like to share with us?
Beside this positive mindset, it's also physical body, because physical body was ill. And in 1 year and a half, I went through 5 really profound detoxification processes. And water, drinking healthy water, is one of the most important things that I can recommend, and I suggest also to all my clients that they drink 300 milliliters of water per 10 kilograms of body weight per day. So this is minimum. And this is very, very important, because like you take shower from outside, and usually people forget that we need to take shower also inside and drink water. For example, always walk around with my thermo flask, and in this thermo flask is warm water that I can take shower any moment during the day.
Yes, and I remember when you and I worked together, you said something every time I take a sip of water, I think of you. Because you said something, it would not occur to you to have a shower with dirty water. And quite frankly, think about that, right? So the importance of water and the quality of water we drink is very, very important. And I'm going to link this with the fabulous interview we had last week also. Lots of things happened last week. But it's ongoing. We do these little sessions to give you tips and things that you can do practically that are simple, don't cost anything, and that you can start having a better life and raise your body vibration. This is the most important thing. This is the arm of this army of love we need to defend ourselves. We're not here to attack anything, but we need to defend ourselves. We need to defend from all of these attacks, pollution, chemicals, control, and everything. So this is our part to play. But coming back to the water, Dr. Shabad, who is in South Africa, 78 years old, beautiful woman, she shared how to turn the tap water and to turn it into a spring-like water using the energy of sun. So I'm not going to go into the details. She's sharing the process in the previous session we had. So it is all part of the Love Army, guys. These are tools, very, very important, easy tools that we can do. So if you are like myself right now, I'm traveling, I'm often in big cities. Just even thinking the smell of the water from the tap, it would not occur to me to even drink it. Just smelling it is bad enough. So what is really cool is with the technique of Dr. Shabad, I can actually use that water and turn it into something drinkable and positive. She also shared, I think it's a very beautiful link as well with the cancer, because the water we drink is also causing the disease. And Shabad has been blind for 25 years. And she's telling me that in Africa, a lot of people are blind because they're drinking water that is polluted and has worms. And those worms actually grow and go and be in the eyes area, and they don't see anymore, just from the water, guys. So do you think that we have a reason and a motivation to support projects such as the one Dr. Shabad has in South Africa, but that we can be duplicated in many parts of the world? So do you think we have a motivation to bring our finances together so we can help her and her team to bring a solution for the world? I think we do, because it is affecting all of us, our quality and everything. So I really want to encourage you to pay attention to that as well. Neja has been really motivating me. I was drinking way less than I drink now, and thanks to you, Neja, and your accompaniment, you're brilliant how you work. Thank you so much for everything you do and for being with us this morning, sharing your story. This is wow. And for those of you, again, who want to have more of this, who are, fighting with this disease, or just heard about it, maybe or just overcome one, you have something to share, you can support others, do reach out to us on the Love Army, and you can be one of us helping others. This is the whole point of, we're coming back to being human and coming back to love and coming back to creating a new world in the dimension that we want it. So we need to play our part. Thank you so much, Neja.
Thank you for invitation, Stephanie.
Yes, thank you so much.
Mwah.
We'll see you again. Ciao, ciao.